Good evening. Good evening. Good evening and welcome to our holiday concert for the junior high choirs. I don't know how many of you can hear me. Can you all hear me? Well, I will speak loudly until this works. You'll be able to hear them. Our first piece is titled A Joyful Spanish Carol. It's in two-part harmony in Spanish. So I was trying to say earlier, good evening and welcome to the Lebanon Junior High Choir Concert. Thank you so much for coming out in such numbers in support of these fine singers. It has been an absolute pleasure to work with them this semester. If you didn't understand the lyrics on the last one, it was in Spanish. I don't know if you could hear me without the microphone, but they had a lot of fun learning the Spanish on that one and seemed to get it down pretty well, so pretty cool stuff. The next piece that we're doing is called Under Winter Moon. It is featuring cellist Eli Guerra. We borrowed him from the orchestra program. Soloist Maddie Vanderpool. And pianist Carly Lansing. And of course, they will all take a bow for you at the end, so if you could acknowledge those folks that have different solo parts and so on at the end, that would be great. Thank you. Under Winter Moon.
is gently falling outside the window, soft as downy feathers, velvety white. Dancing in the moonbeams, touching the walls under winter.
Gentlemen, let me remind you there's a difference between a choir concert and an athletic event. Let's conduct ourselves like it's a choir concert. Need I say more? Thank you. Okay, next piece that we're doing is a medley with a lot of traditional Christmas tunes in it that you'll certainly recognize. Unbeknownst to me, unbeknownst to Mrs. Stark and Mr. Beal, this 4th and 7th Bell Girls Choir standing behind me is going to sing for you the Jolly Jingling Christmas Medley, which happened to be the Lebanon Singers show if you were at that concert a week ago Sunday to see their Christmas show. Same tune, but this is in 2-part harmony. So if you are a Lebanon Singers member, I'm sure you'll recognize the music.
Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. lots of toys, all for the little ones' Christmas joys. Ho, 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 who wouldn't go, ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, 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 down through the chimney with good Saint Nick. Deck the hall with boughs of holly, la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, la 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 la. Sing a blazing Yule before us, la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, la 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 la. While I tell of Yuletide treasure, la 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 la. Oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are your branches. Oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are your branches. In beauty green will always grow through summer sun and winter snow. Oh, Christmas tree, how lovely are your branches. Jingle, 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 jingle all the way. Dashing through the snow, in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, all the way. Ha ha ha! Bells on bobtails, making spirits fun. It is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jolly old Saint Nicholas, lean your ear this way. Don't you tell a single soul what I'm going to say. Christmas Eve is coming soon. Now you dear old man, whisper what you'll bring to me. Tell me if you can. Jolly old Saint Nick, jolly old Saint Nick, jolly old Saint Nick, he's coming to your house tonight. Jolly old Saint Nick, jolly old Saint Nick, jolly old Saint Nick, he's coming to your house tonight. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you.
And the final piece for the 4th and 7th Bell Girls Choir is one that we hear on the radio this time of the year, titled Santa Baby. And if we could hold our applause for our soloist Tara Nail until afterward, that would be terrific. Thank you.
Mr. Claus, I feel as though I know you, so you won't mind if I should get familiar.
Well, that was a quick 2-minute transition, I hope. The boys choir standing behind me, we rehearse every day, 6th bell, and I got to tell you, we have a huge, huge advantage, all of these choirs do. For the last 3 school days for rehearsal, we've just walked across the parking lot and rehearsed here in the auditorium. Which gives them an opportunity to adjust to the change in acoustics. I hope that you were able to hear the text of the 4th and 7th bell girls choir. They sounded amazing on the stage. Text seemed to be coming out pretty good, which is difficult in an auditorium this size when our choir room is maybe 20% of this room. That's probably stretching it. Just sound travels differently. We've been over here 3 days working on that. I explained to them that things change when there's people in the audience because people absorb sound also, so there'll be even less bounce back. So we've had a good bit of time practicing dealing with the acoustics in this venue. So hopefully the great text that you're understanding will continue to come through with the boys choir. We have a medley called the Jolly Jingle Christmas Medley. The Carol Medley, I'm sorry.
Fields we go, laughing all the way. Ha! Making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, and all the sounds of holly, la 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 la. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. And all the sounds of holly, la 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 la. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Jolly old Saint Nicholas, when you're here this way, don't you tell a secret soul what I'm going to say. Christmas Eve is coming soon, now you dear old man. Whisper what you'll bring to me, tell me if you can. Up on the housetop, reindeer paws, out jumps good old Santa Claus. Down through the chimney with lots of toys, all for the little ones' Christmas joys. Oh, 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 who wouldn't go? Oh, 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 who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, 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 down through the chimney with good Saint Nick. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Happy holidays.
I don't think I took the time to explain this to you during the first choir, but you might have been wondering, why do the stoles on their choir robes not match? If you are a family member of an 8th grader, you probably already know the answer to that, but for those of you that are with 7th graders, maybe not, unless your student has explained this to you at home. The 7th graders this evening are wearing the gold-colored stoles, and the 8th graders are wearing the white-colored stoles, just to signify grade difference. And I know as an audience member, that might make it a little bit easier for you to spot your student on the stage also, because there's so many of them. So our next piece is an older carol from the 1500s, and this one is titled Good King Wenceslas, featuring soloists Beckett McCoy and Evan Maxwell. If you could hold your applause to the end for those two gentlemen, we will certainly acknowledge them at the end. Good King Wenceslas.
King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of Stephen, when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even. Brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cruel, when a poor man came inside, gathering winter fuel.
Hither, page, and stand by me, if you know it telling. Yonder peasant, who is he, wherein what is dwelling?
Sorry lives a goodly hence, underneath the mountain, right against the forest fence, by St. Agnes Fountain.
Bring me meats and bring me wine, bring me pine logs hither. You and I will see him dine, while we bear them thither.
Page and monarch, forth they went together, through the winter's winds lament and the bitter weather. Ooh, silent night is darker now, and the wind blows stronger, fails my heart. I know not how I can go much longer. Mark my footsteps, my good page. Mark my footsteps, my good page. Tread now in them boldly. You shall find the winter's rage. Freeze your bloodless coldly. In the master's steps he trod, where the snow lay tinted. Deeds was in the very sod which the saints had printed. Therefore now you can be sure of the rank possessing, you who freely bless the poor. Shall yourselves find blessing, blessing.
As I'm sure many of you are aware, LCPO has just recently finished their fall fruit sale. The fruit came in earlier this last week, and I know several of you have had a chance to sample some of that, as many of you picked it up. I just want to say thank you so much for your support of LCPO and the choirs. Down here on your right-hand side is a table of extras that we have. They ship just a little bit of overage in case we get some green and fuzzy navels or something like that. And so they were all in pretty good shape this year. We checked every box as it left the room. But if you are interested in purchasing one of these extra boxes, there will be an LCPO representative down here at the front at the end of the concert, and you can make payment via Venmo to the LCPO treasurer for that sort of thing. We're going to go ahead and move on with this portion of our concert. Our next piece of music is titled Behold That Star, featuring 4 soloists. If you could hold your applause till the end, we'll acknowledge the soloists at the end. Soloists are going to be Griffin Smith, A.J. Camp, Abe Sievers, and Evan Maxwell.
Twas clear and cold that wintry night. A star shone down its heavenly light.
When Bethlehem shepherds through the night watch o'er the flocks by starry light.
The wise man traveled from the east to see the babe, the Prince of Peace. A song broke forth upon the night. From angel host all robed in white.
So the table that's down here to your right, this was the fruit that was sold by students that was never picked up to deliver their customers. And I'm very, very proud to say this. That's all fruit sitting there waiting for Mr. Beal's 6th graders tomorrow night, because the junior high kids all picked up their fruit and delivered to customers. Okay, the final number that the boys choir is performing, we've been doing this for the last 2 or 3 years because, well, every 7th grader that's in the boys choir loves the song. We get to 8th grade. Can we please sing Dominic the Donkey? And so when you hear it enough, you get to the point where you're just like, okay, you've worn me down. I can't say no. So, Dominic the Donkey.
It's Dominic the donkey. Hee-haw, hee-haw, the Italian Christmas donkey. La 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 la, la 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 la, la la la, la 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 la. Santa's got a little friend, his name is Dominic. The cutest little donkey, you'll never see him kick. When Santa visits his my sons with Dominic, he'll be, because
hee-haw, Italian Christmas donkey. La 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 la. Jingle bells around his feet and presents on the sleigh. Look at the mayor's derby on top of Dominic's head. A pair of shoes for Louis and a dress for Josephine. The label on the inside says it's made in Bruxelles. Hey, chickadee chick, hee-haw, hee-haw, it's Dominic the donkey. Chickadee chick, hee-haw, hee-haw, Italian Christmas donkey. La 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 yoda. Children sing and clap their hands and Dominic starts to dance. Talk Italian to him and he even understands. Compadres and compadres do the dance of Tarantelle. When Santa Nicky comes to town, he brings his shoe chorale. Hey, chickadee chick, hee-haw, hee-haw, it's Dominic the donkey. Chickadee chick, hee-haw, hee-haw, Italian Christmas donkey. La 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 yoda. Well, my songs before we go, there's just one thing more. Wanna tell best wishes and from Dominic. Hee-haw, hee-haw, hee-haw.
Okay, if you'll give us a minute or two, we'll transition to another choir. All right, the choir that is behind me, this is the second and third bell choirs. And these girls' choirs, I don't think I mentioned this at the beginning, fourth and seventh that you heard first, they have never sang together until what they did right there before you earlier tonight. Because that would mess up the entire master schedule at the junior high to say, hey, Mr. Bronk, Mr. Camella, we need to have fourth and seventh bell girls choir. Yeah, right. I don't even ask. There is no sense. That would be way complicated. And the same thing is true with these girls here. Second and third bell, they've learned their music completely separate. never sang together before, so hopefully they match and you can't tell it's really two choirs shoved together. We are going to start our performance with a three-part arrangement of Here Comes Santa Claus.
Here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and Blitzen and all his reindeer pulling on the rein. Bells are ringing, children singing, all is merry and bright. Hang your stockings and say your prayers, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus down the lane. He's got those happy toys for the boys and girls again. Hear those sleigh bells jingle, jingle, what a beautiful sight. Jump in bed, cover up your head, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Here comes Santa Claus, right down the lane. He'll come around on a dream day, Christmas morn again. Peace on earth will come to all if we just follow the light. Let's give thanks to the Lord above, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight. 'Cause Santa Claus comes tonight. 'Cause Santa Claus comes tonight. Santa Claus comes tonight.
Our next piece is Mary Did You Know, featuring Liv Cope as soloist. We will acknowledge her at the conclusion of the song. Mary Did You Know?
Mary, did you know that your baby boy would someday walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters?
Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? This child that you delivered will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy would give sight to a blind man? Mary, did you
So tomorrow evening, Mariah Carey is doing a Christmas special, I guess, at Madison Square Garden. Totally unbeknownst to me. A couple of students in this choir actually found 3-part music for Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas. And I was like, it looks like a pretty good arrangement. I think we could do this. This was probably the most difficult thing that we've done so far this school year. It is extremely challenging arrangements these girls are singing, and they've done a terrific job with it. Featuring soloist Julie Coleman, and we will, of course, acknowledge her at the end of the song, All I Want for Christmas.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree.
I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. Don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need, and I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I don't need to hang my stocking there upon the fireplace. Santa Claus will make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. You, baby. Won't ask for much this Christmas. I won't even wish for snow, and I'm just gonna keep on waiting underneath the mistletoe. I will be a distant sending to the North Pole for Saint Nick. I'll even stay away to hear those magic reindeer play. I just want you here tonight, holding on to me so tight. What more can I do? All I want for Christmas is you. You, baby. All the lights are shining so brightly everywhere, The sound of children's laughter fills the air. Everyone is singing, yeah. I hear those sleigh bells ringing. Santa, won't you please give me what I really need? Won't you please bring my baby to me? I don't want a lot for Christmas. This is all I'm asking for. I just want to see my baby standing right outside my door. I just want it for my own, more than he could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is baby. All I want for Christmas is you, baby.
Give you a few minutes to think about this for a moment. If your child is in the second and third bell girls choir standing behind me. They will be meeting in the band room, or the old band room of this building, to put their robes and stoles away. And if you would be so kind as to volunteer a few seconds of your time with them to help them get those back on robes neatly and straight, so we don't have repairs and dry cleanings that we don't need to ask LCPO to pay extra money for, that would be terrific. If your child is in the 4th and 7th Bell Girls Choir, at the conclusion of the concert, they will be meeting behind these sound shells doing the exact same thing, and they are going to need assistance with that as well. The boys choir will be meeting in the choir room, which is just up at the top of the hill in the back corner of the auditorium here. If you would be so kind to give a few minutes of your time with them to help make sure those robes are back on their hangers neatly, that would be terrific. The rest of the week, tomorrow morning, we're planning on watching their concert on the YouTube channel. For those of you that might have seen my email this morning, we have been streaming everything in here live for concerts, and then it's archived on the website that I emailed this morning. So we'll be able to watch the archive of our own concert tomorrow and then reflect on how things went as a choir. And then, of course, you know how it is for the next 2.5 days. It's trying to keep the inmates in the asylum, and my job description turned zookeeper rather than choir director. Now you know why I asked for one of the last concert performance dates of the semester. Keeps them focused a little bit longer. All right, so at this point, I'm going to ask a representative from LCPO to come forward and to distribute the prepaid Visa gift cards that were incentives for these students to sell the fruit for the LCPO Fall Fruit Sale.
All right, this is where I become real popular. So they were given prizes. So the top seller gets a $75 Visa prepaid gift card. Second place is $50, and the third place is $25. And there was also a raffle that if you sold 2 boxes or had a $20 donation, you got your name put in the raffle. So I'm going to start with third place for the $25 gift card. Selling 19 boxes is Gabriela Rodriguez.
Gabriella, if you don't come forward to get your prepaid Visa gift card, I can spend it for you. I know about 150 other junior high kids that'll help.
All right, second place with 21 boxes sold is Maya Nelson. And our first place winner that just eked out Maya with 1 box at 22 boxes is Liam Cummins.
I can take care of that for you.
All right, as far as the raffle goes, I'm gonna let Mr. Cummins pick out the name, okay? Or close your eyes.
Really need a drum roll here. Mr. Abe Sievers. Abe, if you need any help spinning that, you know where to find me. All right, final song of the concert. This one's become sort of a girls' choir tradition. I know there are several girls sitting down here in the audience that got to sing this last year. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. And featuring Madeline Chichagua on bass guitar.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel. You're a monster, Mr. Grinch, Mr. Grinch. Your heart's an empty hole. You're spiders, you've got garlic in your soul, Mr. Grinch. I wouldn't touch you without putting on a half a hole. Mr. Grinch, Mr. Grinch, you're a nasty stone. Your heart is full of holes, your spoon is full of gum, Mr. Grinch.
The three words that best describe you are as follows, and I quote.
Stink, stink, Mr. Grinch, with a nauseous super nose. You're crooked, chunky, chunky, and you drive a crooked horse, Mr. Grinch.
Your three-decker sauerkraut and toadstool sandwich.
With arsenic sauce.
It's a good thing they're just playing. You wouldn't think it, but they really are. They're like best friends. It's terrific. Folks, seriously, thank you so much for coming out and supporting these awesome junior high singers. It was a pleasure to entertain you this evening. If you would meet with them in their locations for robes, that would be great. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.